This is behind the bit.
This is behind
the bit. This is behind
the bit.
A segment where we're really wondering if this is going to be the bit that gets us fired.
How did the Pipo character come about?
Pipo was making fun of Miami Hurricanes fans straight to their face, and he became an icon to Miami Hurricanes fans. They loved it.
At the time, we were doing a local hour, and we were breaking down the Hurricanes in a manner that I thought was a little too serious and respectful, and then Pipo just showed up. I don't know.
People? Here's people. There are many people on this bandwagon who at the end of last season said to yourself, maybe even shared it openly, you said we got robbed. If we didn't have injuries and those bum-ass refs, we would have won our 7th national championship. You heard me, Filete, 7. Well, guess what, bro? Next year is here. The time is now. And all the descarado from UF, and all the stupid Seminoles, and all the haters, and even that rat Nevin Shapiro, all of them will be watching us. The time is now. And don't any of you overestimate this moment. This team ain't got on us, bro. When I walked into that stadium today, they patted me down and they found the extra beer I had in my cargo shorts.
Pipo is basically the combination of about 36 Miami Hurricanes friends that I know personally. I even have a friend whose name is Filete, which is why he was kind of referenced in there. I had friends get kicked out of stadiums for smuggling beers into their cargo shorts.
In one of the videos, Pipo said that when you drink cafecito, in Spanish, I said some people shit themselves, which never would have aired in English. But because it was in Spanish, no one knew what was being said.
And when there's pressure, we drink cafecito. And for the weak, para la gente débil, when they drink cafecito, se cagan. No, bro, imagínate cagándote delante de 100,000 gente en a stadium on national TV. Qué pena. But for the strong, para los caballos, when we drink cafecito, nos enfocamos.
Did Manny Diaz ever get that turnover chain?
Manny Diaz got fired because Manny Diaz was not a good coach. Manny Diaz was what people thought they wanted at UM and then ended up being kind of a disaster as a coach. And I'm not saying that the Pipo interview with Manny Diaz would have foretold what was to come, but that interview went very poorly. Manny Diaz did not understand what Pipo was saying. There was general confusion.
Here's the thing about Manny Diaz. He actually doesn't really know all that much Spanish, and Pipo kind of exposed him. So I think Mario Cristobal is more of a Pipo guy, quite honestly, than Manny was. It was a very weird interaction between Manny Diaz and Pipo, and quite honestly, it was the start of my doubt that Manny Diaz wasn't the guy on how he handled Pipo. Pipo is a great way to vet your head coach.
Pipo, what do you got for your new coach?
Get out of the way here, damn Manny! Que hola, city! What's up, bro? Hey, what's with this weird energy? Like a funeral, like a velorio in here today, bro. What's happening? It's a party.
It's what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, bro. Congrats. I'm happy for you. Listen, as soon as the job became available, I knew there was one person for this job. Someone's going to be here through thick and thin. And there's a bunch of haters like Pablito saying you're a traitor for leaving the Templo. And you know what? Ignore them. I said, you know what? That tipo, he's an empresario. Cógelo suave, bro. That guy wants billete. So I was happy that you got that job at Temple, and I'm even happy that you're back.
Hey, that's great to hear. This has been the high point of my tenure so far. This makes it all worthwhile.
Manny, I'm sorry, but welcome to Miami.
It just got a little out of control. That clip that was played, the speech, the original speech with the music underneath that was kind of like making fun of a Michael Irvin speech that he gave, made its way to Michael Irving. Michael Irving commented on it on Twitter. I was told that at tailgates in Texas, it was being played before the UM game. Calls were made to Paul Feinbaum and got through on Paul Feinbaum, and he was none the wiser that Pipo was just kind of, trying to agitate him.
I mean, you got Virginia Tech.
Nah.
By that time in the year, they're not going to be ranked.
Well, you know what? You know why people are not agreeing with you? Because of the way that Miami just choked the last part of the season. What, they lose 3 straight?
Yeah, but that was last year, Paul. Things are different now. Things are different. They were injured.
It's hard to, why should we wipe that away?
Don't get me started on the refs.
What
The
have we
refs always have it
seen
against
since
US.
then? You Cane fans are all the same. You do not want to regard history as a factor in anything. Anyway, thanks for the call. Great to have you on. We're up against a break. 3 more hours to go. We're right here.
He got you on.
Now, Cristobal was seemingly having a good time, and then Pipo was there banging pots and pans, drinking coffee, but made a comment about the offensive coordinator that Mario Cristobal brought with him, who was down here from Miami. And Pipo said something along the lines of, this guy is too small to be a offensive or defensive line coordinator. I don't know. Some innocent thing was said by Pipo.
And I'm not going to get into the coaching moves so far, but I'm a little bit worried about this mirror ball, because I don't know if I could say it now, but he's like, the last time that we had a coach that was like that was Manny Diaz. And then, I don't know about this other guy that you brought in for the weight training, but that guy, is he gordo, is he grande por
Are you
gusto?
kidding me? You got to settle down here, people. Tell us about the mustachioed strength coach.
Hey, well, this one's for people. Last time I checked, the Outland Trophy winner, that's the number 6 overall pick for the Detroit Lions, was groomed and coached by Alex Mirabal. So I'll leave it at that. Not to mention.
There you go. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Mario Cristobal.
And then that led to former UM players getting very upset, doing an article with The Athletic about it, saying that they wanted to fight Pipo, saying they wanted to fight Dan. And then my understanding was that a group of former national champion Miami Hurricanes were discussing showing up at the Clevelander to confront Dan over Pipo, I believe, not understanding what Pipo was doing.
Why do you think Billy hates people so much?
I'm not sure why Billy hates Pipo so much. I know he has to take it up a couple of notches. I think he kills the assignment. It's honestly one of my favorite things. My wife has a Pipo hoodie. Like, we love Pipo. Pipo, even though he, again, makes fun of Miami Hurricanes fans, we don't care. We love it. He's an icon.
The best part about the Pipos of Miami and just the whole Pipo era of the show, I would say, is that is UM fans. That's who they are. And for the most part, they loved it because they knew that's who they were. But also, they didn't know it was them. Like, every UM fan said, oh my goodness, I know Pipo, that's my cousin. Or I know Pipo, that's my friend Jack. Or I know my friend Pipo is this is Pipo, that's Pipo. And it's like, no, it's you. You just don't realize that you are Pipo. Would Pipo ever return? Maybe.
A los caballos. When we drink cafecito, nos enfocamos.